Hello everyone, today's topic is high level language, low level language, compiler and interpreter. Low level language. Low level language is close to machine instructions. Actually, this language contains two types: machine language, assembly language. Machine language contains either 0 or 1, which is known as binary digits, binary codes. Everything what we are providing computer, that is input, which is also known as data, is in the form of zeros and ones, and what we are getting as output is in the form of zeros and ones. It is very difficult to remember, that's why we are having next language one step ahead of machine language, that is assembly language. It contains few mnemonics, that is few English words as keywords, which shows us what we have to do, which shows us what are the instructions a machine have to perform. See, for example, I had already written add and move. Add, if we are adding two numbers, then we have to use add. When we are moving memory content from one place to another, then we have to use move. For example, move a comma b means we are moving content of a to b. See, we are using assembly language, which is not machine language. Machine is easily, comfortably do whatever they want to do when we are using machine language. But assembly language contains English word machine is not able to understand. That's why we are supposed to use assembler over here to translate one language into another. Actually, why we are having these languages? Because for us, for communication, we are using few languages. For example, now I'm using English. Same way, we want to communicate with computer. That's why we need language, that is computer languages. That's why we are studying all these languages. The next one, high level language. High level language is came because it is difficult to deal with machine level language. It is difficult to deal with assembly language because both depends on zeros and ones, and it is very difficult to remember zeros and ones. That's why high level language occurs, because this language contains only English words and few syntax. It is easily understand, we can easily understand it, and it is machine independent. We are not supposed to learn about computer architecture, but when we are using assembly, we have to learn computer architecture. And now we have to convert one language into another. That's why again we need some translators, that is compiler and interpreter. Next one, the difference between both the languages, high level and low level. First of all, high level languages syntax flexible and easy to read and write, because they are in English words, English sentences we are having. That's why it is easy. Low level language, complex statement and difficult to remember, because we are using zeros and ones, in computer architecture too, memory management too. That's why it is difficult. See, next point, English words we are using as keywords. In low level language, we are using zeros and ones. Next point, program execution is slower than LLL, and here program execution is faster than HLL. Why in high level language program execution is slower? Because we have to convert one language into another. But in low level language it is faster, because we are dealing with computer directly. Next point, program length was shorter, because we are not dealing with computer. That's why program length is shorter. but here program length is larger because we are dealing directly with computer, and we have to see what are the arrangement of memory. We have to shift each and everything, that's why it is a larger one. Next point, machine independent means it is a portable, easy to move from one operating system to another. But low level language is machine dependent. We are not supposed to move from one operating system to another because every operating system has its own code. We are not supposed to move from one operating system to another. The next point, easy to find bugs, error in LLL. Easy to find bugs in HLL. Why it is easy? Because they are having English words and we are friendly to it. That's why it is easy to debug. But LLL is difficult to debug because we have to see computer architecture, we have to see syntaxes, we have to see zeros and ones placement. It is very difficult. Then the next one, for writing programs, hardware knowledge is required, not required in HLL, but required in LLL. Next, why we are using translators? Because when we are writing program in HLL, it's supposed to convert that program to machine language. That's why we need translator. Translators were either compiler or interpreter. First of all, what is compiler? Compiler is a computer program, or we can say it is a software that translate source code into object code. Source code is user defined program. What we are writing as a program, that is known as source code. And when compiler converts it into machine code, that code is known as object code. The next point, read whole source program together and provide all error together. It reads combine program together and provide us all errors. The next point, one compiler is used for one language, means if we are having compiler for Java, then we are having only one compiler for one Java. If we are using Fortran, then we are supposed to have compiler of Fortran. If we are having in our computer different languages, then they are having different compiler too, because compiler have to debug, have to know about one language completely, syntax, grammars, meaning of words. That's why every compiler have knowledge of only one language. See the next one, interpreter. Interpreter is also a translator. We can say it is a kind of Java program or a software which convert high level language instruction line by line to machine level language. What compilers do? It converts whole program. What interpreter do? It converts line by line. The next, if an error occur on one line, the execution stops till it corrected. It means it focus on error correction. That's why compiling process slow. Why it is slow? Because compiler compiles whole source program once and provide all errors together, but in interpreter it provides error line by line. Compiler, next point, compiler is slow in interpreting, but interpreter is fast in interpreting. The next point, in interpreter it is easy to debug because error occurs one by one. Compiler provides us errors together, but interpreter provides us error one by one. That's why it is easy to debug. See the differences. First one, it converts. I'm talking about compiler. It converts the whole source program into object program at once. And just opposite, interpreter, it reads line by line. Next point, it displays error for whole program together, and about interpreter, it displays error line by line. Next point, compilation is done before execution. Execution means conversion starts, but compiler firstly compiles, provides us errors, error should be removed, and after that execution occurs. But in interpreter, simultaneously both works were going on, compilation as well as interpretation line by line. Next point, speed is comparatively faster, and in interpreter speed is comparatively slow. The next point, error detection is difficult because we are having so many errors together. That's why error detection is difficult. And here we are having errors line by line, one at a time. That's why error detection is easier. Next point, programming languages uses compilers are C, C++, C hash, etc. And here programming languages users interpreter are PHP, Perl, Python, etc. See the next slide what we are having. Thank you for watching.